in Monaco. Here in the Principality, we could see some drama today. I'm once again joined by my co-commentator, Hube.
Good morning, everybody. All
Uh,
depends where you live, but
Yeah, for example, where both of us live, it is not morning.
still, good day. I hope everyone's having a great day, and I'm happy to be here.
We definitely have a good race in Monaco. Because even if there isn't much overtaking, there's always going to be drama. So,
Exactly.
especially in 25% race. The safety car is turned off, so I doubt there'll be any safety car drama. But we could have a few crashes.
I'll give you £5 if there are no DNFs.
Okay, I am not getting any money today. As a Mercedes has crashed. Let's go on board one of the Renaults here. Let's see. And yet they have genuinely crashed, going through. He'll be the next car to go through that area. They won't be on for a while, so he'll already be gone by then.
Why did he crash?
He has crashed in the swimming pool section. As Fez goes to the top of the leaderboard on a 1:11.1. As you have one comment already, I'm going to go get to the comments now. Let's see what the comments are saying. Sorry about this. Hugh, you can commentate over what you see, and I'll try and get onto the right car from what you're looking at. Whilst I quickly check.
Salings have put on the best lap. Surprise, surprise.
He's definitely arguably I'd say the quickest guy in this league. He's won the first three races. I mean, you don't do that just because you're a decent driver.
Lucas has just set the best lap, and
as we have
1:10.2.
Ooh, Lucas, that is Soft Tyres himself there. Soft Tyres F1 himself, going to the top. Very quick driver. I think he's got unlucky so far. So far what we're hearing in the comments from the 4 viewers we currently have are Elite Drivers Racing League saying hi, I'm here, which is Joshy. Good to see you watching the stream. And Forever Sin, one of the drivers in the league, saying it is going to be a dry race. So maybe not as much drama as there could possibly be, but you know, anything could happen. Let's find someone on their flying lap. As this is Ghost starting a flying lap, I believe. We'll go on board with him through the start of this lap. So we head into turn 1. Good apex there. You need to take a lot of that, but also be careful you don't invalidate it over that apex. Come up the hill, you just want to take the shortest line possible. Not maximising that line perfectly. Is that as a Toro Rosso going slowly in sector 2? Looks like they're just letting cars through. But they are stopped, so I'm going to go check out what's going on there.
Oh,
and they've spun.
He's reversed. What?
What has happened?
That's
He's across
a strange
the line.
place to spin.
Certainly unusual. As we're now going to go back to Ghost, who's going to come past him any second now. I think he must
Ghost does not have the best season yet, so this might ruin the rest of it.
Nah, he's avoided still, and they're still. What's still here? Oh no, not worth it. There we go. It is 20 laps around Monaco, I believe.
Yeah, ooh, that sucks.
What? The 20 laps.
20 laps around Monaco. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it is such a short circuit. It isn't. It is. Looking at the FIA's regulations on what can be a Grade 1 circuit, it is actually too short. Oh, he's binned it. He's gone into the wall at Anthony Nogues, and has hit the wall straight on there. And Ghost, sorry, has damaged his front wing. For this race, I'm debating, should we call Forever Sin Scott, which is his actual name? Is it easier to say Forever Sin and then leave the viewers not confused, or remind them at the start of each stream that Forever Sin is indeed Scott, and then
yeah,
just
but
say
not everybody
Scott.
watches from the start of the stream, so and you can't just keep saying Forever Sin is Scott, Forever Sin is Scott. You just
Yeah, good point. So Forever Sin, who actual name is Scott. We also have H-Man, who isn't actually in this race. 3 drivers missing here today. They are Smilett's Kyle. I believe that Owen also left the league recently, and who else? So let's look at what cars are missing. There's a Mercedes, which is Kyle. There's a oh no, they have already replaced Owen in the Renault, so that's good. Who else? No, both Ferraris, both Alphas. H-Man in the Red Bull. Both Racing Points, I believe, are in. As there's a bit of carnage at the chicane here. Let's find someone on a lap. Here we have Dakris, who looks to have broken their wing. As we have 5 viewers on YouTube. Elite Drivers Racing League saying call him Scott. Copy link.
No, I shouldn't do that. I think you should just call him, yeah, whatever his name is. I don't know. Was it Ghost or Forever Sin? No,
it's Forever Sin, yeah. Ghost, I believe his name's Adam. Dammers, his name is Adam as well.
It's just Adam's here.
Oh, Will Ratty has left the session. That is not what we like to see. Sorry about to hear the mic go horrible. And there it's gone. It's Godzilla letting his teammate through there. Comes to a stop there. Just let some cars through. As Salinx believes that he was blocked on his lap. Godzilla about to surely start a lap here. Heading down the pit straight through the streets of Monaco. Nice apex there of turn 1 into the sun as he goes up the hill. There is a McLaren in front of him, which is either jobbing or Dammers.
I think he should just let him pass.
Yep,
Yeah, there
yep.
he goes.
Into Casino Square there. So far Godzilla has kept his wing, which is definitely an achievement. Yellow flag sector 1. No cars are stock, so I don't know what that is. Through the hairpin now heading through Portier. Doing alright, so it looks like a very good lap so far. I would say this could be a good lap. Because he doesn't seem to have made any mistakes. Which I feel like is priority number. Oh, he's gone straight over at the chicane, and somehow this must be on regular corner cutting because he's basically straight lined the chicane and hasn't invalidated his lap, so.
Yellow sector in,
of course.
Yellow flag in sector 2. For fuck's sake.
And it's gone. Just looking through the comments. So we have a comment from Hube Engelbert. I'm not going to try and pronounce your last name actually. I started it and saw the second half and thought, you know what? Hube is hard enough. Let's just stick with saying, wow, who is that beautiful voiced co-commentator? Because of course Hube is the lead commentator, that was named as me. Then, as always, Elite Drivers Racing League putting all the pressure on one driver. This time it is Scott, saying Scott, don't let me down, bro. Ferguson recommending maybe just Sin. That's an idea, but then it just sounds like maybe we're just looking down on you in a very Christian way. Oh, such a sin.
Sin.
Just disappointed in a Christian way.
Sin rammed me.
Oh, that's the alarm telling me that this race is going on. I need to change my alarms because race times have changed. Now, 6 drivers in the top 10 are British. Not anymore, apparently. Oh, as that is Godzilla hitting the wall. I've been watching him when he hasn't been on the lap. Let's find someone who's on a lap. Ghost on another lap. Let's see if we can find someone else. Here we go. Dakris is on a lap. Dakaris, sorry. Is on a lap. He's missing his left end plate, so he's not going to be in the best former. Wait, has he got a left end plate? No, he hasn't. He definitely hasn't.
No.
And oh, when he's hit the wall, Dakris is definitely struggling.
He's kind of on a streak.
As we have Dammers in the chat, broke my front wing letting Godzilla past. You did look like you were going quite wide there. But you're currently in 7th, which is a very good job. So yeah. Dakaris heading through the simple section. Such corner cutting going on here. But I understand it's regular corner cutting, but I'm a strong believer in strict. Because, yeah, sometimes strict is too strict.
It's Monaco.
Yeah, what about it? Monaco's one of the easiest places to corner cut. Those 2 chicanes, you can basically straight line them. Just all you have to do is make an attempt at taking the corner, and the game's like, oh, he's gone for it.
What if someone accidentally pushes you wide in the?
Yeah, then after
chicane?
the race, you go, look at this guy. He's pushed me off circuit. He didn't deserve the place. Penalty for them, right? And then we go, yeah, that's a penalty, and then it's all good.
Okay, that's true.
But meanwhile, in this session, let's see who is out. Is getting out his Ghost with an invalidated lap time. I imagine he's boxing at the end of this lap. He has got some wing damage there. He's missing his right end plate as he does indeed box. So the order so far, it's fairly close at the front of qualifying at the moment. And that is Salinx on pole currently by 4/10 over Lucas.
Oh, that's the that's forever seen. Yeah, he crashed. He's crashed again into the wall in the chicane twice.
Has he?
That's the front end plate gone. Yeah.
Ah, I missed that. I saw the yellows. I thought he was just letting someone through. Disappointed,
No,
Scott.
was,
Disappointed.
Yeah. We're cutting on you, Scott.
Yeah. When commentating, I'll say forever sin, but when we're directing something at you, we're calling you Scott. What else? Oh, we got a yellow flag sector 1, just a Toro Rosso looking like he's letting someone through. Racing Point's backing up in the pit lane. Back to me running through the order. Fairs in 3rd place. He's a decent driver. Then we got Mini Mad Brian. Who I'm just going to call Brian. I did see your message on Instagram, but for the sake of the viewers, Brian, they'll know what I'm talking about, and it's simple to say. Then we've got Godzilla. Then we've got Modu. Dammers. Forever Sin. SCVL. Jobbing. Ghost. Monkey. Dakaris. Will Ratty. This is an interesting name. I might just call him Will. Then it's Curson Pit. And still amazing as SDMSN 44 has crashed out. That name is commentator's worst nightmare.
That's Godzilla just completely cut the chicane. If that lap time was invalidated,
it's clearly not invalidated, and he is on a lap. Did he just miss the apex? Did he? Oh, he's complete. Look at that. That is why I like strict.
Yeah. I agree with you, strict.
I believe pole is on the outside, Scott, but I'm not sure. Yeah, and I agree with Elite Drivers Racing League there. The bus stop chicane is in Belgium. The chicane I'm assuming you're referring to is the Nouvelle chicane, which is the first of the chicanes in Monaco.
Bus stop chicane is the final chicane in Spa?
Yes, and as yellow flag sector 3, it's a Renault going slowly. Nouvelle chicane, yeah, it's the one at the end of the tunnel. Then the 2 high-speed chicanes, they are the swimming pool section.
Just everybody just calls them the swimming pool chicane.
Yeah. They need to come up with a name, like, because at the moment they're both the swimming pool chicane. Because both of them are chicane, just one's much quicker.
Just the first swimming pool chicane is that just top speed, and then the second one is just semi. Yeah.
I think I'm now going to go to Lucas, who is getting ready to start a lap, and I think I'm going to go on board with him here. Soft Tyres F1 himself. This is his league. Coming out of the final corner, DRS activated. Going under the bridges, under the lights, across the line now to begin his lap. Braking into turn 1. He's completely cut turn 1 and it hasn't invalidated his lap. I mean, if it hasn't, that's just silly. This isn't qualifying if you're able to do that line and get away with it.
No, that's just next race strict. Just every race.
It was strict for previous races, but I think they did a vote on whether to put it down to regular because he can't cut at Monaco. As Jobbing, 5-second time penalty for severe collision with Forever Sin, and he looks like he's crashed at Raskas. Between Raskas and Anthony Noakes, and it's a Renault. And it's the Renault of...
And Lucas has completely cut the
Will Ratty. I think he had to, though, because Will Ratty has crashed there. Is his lap invalidated, though?
There was no one there.
As he didn't cut the swimming pool that much, to be fair. He cut it, but not too much. As Will Ratty has retired. I believe he's just hit the wall there. As Lucas's lap, let's see, that's still where Will Ratty...
He improved this time, but not good enough.
Despite completely cutting turn 1. I would like to see Salix lap now.
Look at the time difference between Salix and Lucas. It's just
but
milliseconds.
Lucas cut turn 1 massively, so I want to see what Salix's lines are like. So into turn 1, how much did he cut it? That's a good. To us, that probably isn't as much as you could do on strict. I think that's just on. Yeah. We need to ban on circuit retirement in this league, as Modu has done it in the pit lane there. For those of you listening, please go back to the pits first. And then press retire. As that is Godzilla going. He's done a Nico Rosberg there. Just not for pole position. As so far, Salix's lap's been not too corner cutting. Nothing. I haven't seen anything that looked illegal, but we haven't got to the Nouvelle and the swimming pool. So, as he is coming up to some traffic here, it's a racing point of Kirsten Pitt, who does go straight on. And I would... That isn't the worst I've seen at the Nouvelle chicane. So for regular, I'd say that's not that bad.
That's the line I always take when I drive in Monaco. So.
And to be fair, swimming pool, that was a bit more. That's quite close to what it's like at strict. So if he improves his lap here, or gets anywhere near his lap, then I'm convinced Salix is he only goes 2 milliseconds slower. Salix right there is a solid driver. Lucas, no offense, but you got very close, but by cutting corners. So I think strict has to definitely be on. Especially in a race around Monaco. You can't overtake people are taking those sorts of lines. As Brian now coming across the line. And stays in 4th. Massive gap of 1.1 seconds between 3rd and 4th. I feel like we've got a podium. Unless there's some crashes, I feel like we've already got our podium sorted. As qualifying now does come to a close. 11 viewers on the YouTube. Hope you are all enjoying the race.
Congratulations to Salix for his precious 5th or 4th pole on this league.
I think it is his 4th in a row. And Lucas is saying, sorry, first corner turned in early, sorry. To be fair, he may have actually, if he backed off a bit on the exit, he may have actually not gained much time. So, top guys are Salix, Lucas, Fairs, Brian, Godzilla, Modu, Damas, Freversin, SCVL, Jobbing, Ghost, Monkey, Curson, Steel, Dakaris, Will Ratty, and SDMSN has taken the last place on the grid. And Kyle hasn't made this one, which is a bit weird. As Damas has said that he was 1 second off getting one more lap in. So maybe we could see Damas do something in this race. I believe he qualified 7th, so... Yeah, Soft Tyres F1 League in the chat is me typing, so that everyone knows. It isn't actually... Lucas is the actual Soft Tyres F1 League, Soft Tyres F1 on Instagram. And Soft Tyres F1 League on YouTube is his league, but because he drives in it, myself and Hube do the commentating for him. And we do enjoy doing it. As the light's coming up, yes. But I don't think the race is actually starting, because no one's actually loaded onto the grid yet. As it is actually correct. Salix gets a good start as it is lights out and away we go. Lucas going around the outside of turn 1. As further back in the order, there's a bit of contact further back, but it all looks pretty clean. As we go back to the lead, it's wheel to wheel for the lead of the race. Into Massenet. Can Lucas take the lead away from Salix? They're wheel to wheel. There's contact. And Lucas just has to back out there. Not quite able to do it as Fair's looking just all over the back as they're so close. Oh, is that straight on? That is Damas straight on at the Mirabeau. That's caused a bit of... Oh, that's the Haas of Godzilla up the inside there. Struggling as they all come through the hairpin. As through Portier they come.
That was a hectic start. It was a clean but hectic start.
Yeah. Apart from, I believe, Damas and one of the Renaults colliding.
And Modu's dropping down the order. We've
dropped down to 6th. As there is... Oh, that's a Haas going straight over.
Have spun.
As Godzilla did go straight over the chicane there, I believe. Oh, is that the damage for someone at the front? So let's have a look through the leaders as they complete lap 1. Salinx out the final corner first, followed by Lucas. He did his best but couldn't quite do it. Then it is Fares. Brian.
Fares has damage to his
as there's a Williams off in sector 3 as there's so many cars into the pit lane. And it's Brian, Godzilla, Modu, Forever, Ghost, Steel, Dakaris, SD, MSN, I'm just going to call them S. How about 44? You got 44 in your name. 44, SCVL, Dammers, Monkey, Curson, Jobbing, and Will Ratty. Although Will Ratty has just jumped Jobbing in the pit stops. As they come through the tunnel now, Salinx leads the way, Lucas second, Fares in third place. Then it's Brian. Godzilla, he's got Modu all over the back of him. Modu's surely going to go for the move here. Nah, it's Monaco. As Godzilla goes straight over the chicane and gets a 3-second time penalty. Modu, I'm sure, will still want to make the overtake because he is in the fight for second in the championship. Let's get some of the telemetry out and let's get stop. So some of the drivers who could maybe put us, I would recommend for the drivers who think who want to, as it's battling, it is Ghost and Forever Sin wheel to wheel. Ghost overtakes Forever Sin as that is Modu. As basically he's come to a stop coming out of there. What has happened? He must have hit the wall somewhere. As there's contact. Maybe he's crashed into the pit lane and it's reset him to circuit, which is why he's got such a slow getaway. As I did see Forever Sin, I believe, touching the back of Ghost into turn 1, but no one crashed, so it's all good. If I was Lucas now, I'd already be thinking about going for a undercut. As there's yellow flag in sector 3.
So Ghost have made 5 positions this race.
That is a very good start for him.
The pit stops, but still.
I'm going to keep an eye on Lucas and also keep an eye on the gaps behind. As to be fair, could Modu do something? Doesn't look like it. 3 attempts back, still not able to go for the overtake. Modu could be the one to watch here. Fighting for second in the championship as Will Ratty pits and he's left. Looks like Will Ratty has given up.
First race of the season, I think.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in any other races. Unless he was in Silverstone, but he's taken the seat that Owen has vacated. And that he only left it after the last race. After he had some questionables, he got caught up with one of the Toro Rossos who was very dirty. I don't know which one it was, but one of the Toro Rossos. As that is a good move there by Modu up the inside of Forever Sin into turn 1. Very good move there. As up at the front, Salin starting to pull out a gap. Forever Sin all over the back of Modu, but dropping back as Steel into the pits. As both Toro Rossos are pitted, that's going to hurt Dakaris a lot. Dammer's up into 10th and he's already pitted. See gaps the leader. Currently only 37 seconds back, so after pit stops he's going to come out sort of middle of the pack. Still, he won't come out, but he will, after the other guys come out, that will be when he's middle of the pack. As battling throughout the field now.
It's quite a big gap between the cars, but...
I've got Brian fairly close to, he's got the engine glitch. Let's go back. Still got the engine glitch. Still got the engine glitch. I will watch it from Lucas's point of view. Not Lucas, from Fares' point of view here. I thought this podium would be a fairly easy one for Fares, but he's got Brian all over the back of him. He can't shake him off. Brian just has to stay close and then hope for the best. Best chance is probably the Nouvelle Chicane.
I'm pretty sure my leaderboard's glitched because it says Modu is in P1.
Yeah, that's definitely glitched. Modu's in P6.
Yeah, and that, for me it's P10. What?
Just ignore your leaderboard, maybe. Maybe get the stream up and watch that. Yeah, as we've got some chaining of positions and some more drivers pit. A lot of drivers struggling, it seems, at this stage of the race. As fair as 3-second time
3-second
penalty for corner cutting. That isn't great. That's going to hurt him. Especially if Brian doesn't get a penalty. Brian second. Oh, that is Lucas into the pit lane. He is done what I think he should have done, which is go for a massive undercut.
Maybe it'll work, but Salings is fast, so...
What about the traffic? If there is traffic, it'll be his teammate. Let's see.
It's a risky strategy.
Will he come out in traffic? Gotta assume that Ghost will let him... As he comes out in clean air. I have to get the leader gap up now. What is the pit time, as Modu and Ferrison both pit now? What is the pit stop time around here? I'm guessing it's around 20 seconds. But I do not know. Let's just say if Lucas gets within 20 seconds, he's got a chance. He's currently 21 seconds back. Let's see. I'm going to focus on his gap, because I'm assuming Salinx is going to pit this lap. Let's go on board. Let's watch. Let's see. He needs to be exactly perfect on this lap. As he needs to push the limits, maybe even get a warning or two, just to make sure he can have that opportunity. Currently, he's not catching quick enough, for Salinx does pit. Let's go on board. Let's go with Salinx here. As that is Lucas going into Larascas now. It's not good enough. He's way too far behind.
No, he's just
nowhere near good enough.
He just made a gap.
Salinx. Oh, is Salinx there? Going straight over the white line on the exit.
But Salinx does have dirty air from the racing point, so.
Big issue.
What?
Stream suspended for policy violations.
Policy violations?
What have you done?
I didn't make rape jokes, so.
I'm gonna go see what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna stop the stream and start it back up again, see what's going on. So yeah, that was part 1. Now for part 2. Oh, what is this? Someone must have